Hi, and welcome to another section of Jeff the Master Barber. What we're doing here right now is showing all my products and machines that I use. Really quick, people ask me, "Can you show the station how your station look?" And this is how my station looks. And yeah, this is it. But what we're gonna be doing today, we're gonna be using the Magic for this haircut. We're gonna be using the Magic cordless, and we're gonna be using the one gar, the 1 and 1/8. And what we're gonna be doing is the number one all around. And even though it's a simple haircut, it requires to do it right and by section. And you know what I mean. Like when I mean by section is like trying not to rush it. Even though it's a simple haircut that anybody could do it. And even though he has a lot of hair and I got a good machine, that doesn't mean just go through real quick with the guard through it, because if you do that, then what you do is you skip some of the hairs, and it will not turn out really clean. So, and then if you do, you have to pass it over and over. So you just do it by section, little by little, and clean it as much as possible. I know I haven't been doing a lot of tutorials lately. It's just because I've been really busy at work and with my family, and also with the mobile barbershop and whatnot. But like I said, I'm gonna try to do at least 2 videos on English, 2 tutorials in English, and 2 tutorials in Spanish a week. So yeah, we're using the one once again the magic clip with the 1/8, and with the closed lever. Always use the brush. A lot of people ask me which brush is better and whatnot. It all depends why you feel comfortable, and not necessarily you have to use what I use. But as long that you feel comfortable. Same thing with people ask me which one is better, Warhol or Andy. To tell you the truth, they're both great name brand, and it's just that some of the name brands I use certain things, and for the other machines, same thing. Um, but yeah, for this one, instead of using the Baby Bliss or the Master, Andy Master or whatever, I'm using the Magic Clip because I like the cordless without the with no cord. I like the blades on this one. It has more tooth and teeth, and it's real sharp. It's real light. It's powerful. And for this type of haircut, that's what I want to do. I want to work myself more easier, and even though I say don't do it faster, but I want to work fast too, but in a good pace that is gonna come out clean. And this machine doesn't leave no hair. Like it takes all the hair right away. It's that sharp. I recommend it. You can find it at Amazon. You can find it at eBay, Amazon, any beauty supplies, Sally's. This machine already has been in the market for like little over than a year, and I must say this is it changed the whole game of cutting hair. My haircut game really stepping out more, and I pick up a lot of time more faster. Just because no cable, light, it doesn't get hot or anything like that. It's not, and once you have the really light, no cable, and you got a good sharp teeth, it makes everything so easy and faster, and it definitely, all those factors help a lot. And not factor, just what I'm saying is all those little things that this machine has. So I give a thumbs up. But yeah, what we're gonna be doing is pretty much do the number 1 and 1/8 all around. Then we're gonna box it out. Then we're gonna do his eyebrows. We're gonna do his beard, and yeah. So other than that, like I said, all the other machines are great machine. The Andy Shaver, the Baby Bliss that you see there is a good machine too. But it's certain hairs that it use. But the most that I use for all type of hair is this machine right here. It's worth it. If you get ahead of it on one, go for it. And I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna like it. I mean, maybe not. Maybe if you got it and you didn't like it, I could understand. In the same way, not necessarily because I like it, you have to like it too. But to me, like I said, it really is a really great machine. Um, actually, always what I said is the brush it, because some of the hair, some people sweat and the hair gets stuck, and you don't think that you see shadows, and you try to be passing it over and over and over and over and over, and in reality, it's better. See how I'm brushing it. It feels clean for the client, and not only that, but you clean as you go everything that you go in, so you know that you don't have to go over and over. But yeah, see, like other people, other barber would have done already, finished, done, like the cutting all of it even. But that's, see, not everybody has the same technique, and my way is not the only way, or the your way is not the only way either. But what we trying to incorporate is, look at right here, see different angles, and you see that I take my time, and eventually it will show up at the end. At the beginning of the video, you see how he looks, and then I did the after, how he before, how he came in, and then at the end of this video I will show you the before and after, so you see the difference. At the moment you probably don't think, or it may not look that much, but yeah, you know what I mean. It definitely, it makes a difference. And the way how you take care of your clients. Some clients, they want you to do it quick. Other clients want you to take their time. So you just gotta really know your client, have a conversation, always talk to them, answer, and go from there. Have communication. Right now we are about to use the Fantasia Sprit. What I normally use this is basically for the hair. Once you do a haircut, or like this, or hair that is standing, or you about to do a line out, a box out, um it kind of put the hair down, and it makes it nice and flat. And then right there, when you brush it, and you, especially when I'm gonna be doing the box out, it just, once you pass the trimmer, it kind of grab it really nice, and it makes it real sharp. So it is what the bottle says. If you read the bottle, or if you get one and you read the bottle, it says exactly what it does exactly what it says. Sculpt, shape, freeze hair in place, style it, all that good stuff. And it got a good smell, and I mean, definitely I recommend that product. So yeah, once we have it a blow dry, so that way it dries really quick. This is the TL liner. By now, this is still the only trimmer cordless that I use, because it got big tooth. That's what I was showing there. And it's sharp. I like it. It's very sharp. And compared to the Andes, the gray one, what I like about this one doesn't get that hot compared to like the gray one, the Andy T outliner. And what makes it different on this one, I believe, is the blade, and definitely the core, and because it has 3 plug instead of 2, so it's more power going through. And even though in the ground, every little thing on that, it makes different. See, I always start my box out right from the middle all the way to the corner, and then I start working using my corners of the blade to shape it. And yeah, it may not, that's one thing that I want to clarify. My trimmers, they may not be hitters, like what people call it or whatever. They may not right away show how clean and crispy comes out, because in reality, I don't want I don't want to irritate or cut somebody's skin in order to get it that close. The way that I see it is, eventually when I use the razor, it's gonna make it the sharp that I want, and it's gonna come out very very detailed. But yeah, you know, and that's why my trimmers, see, even to right here, I think you could see that the lineup is coming out, and it's showing the difference. Um, you don't eventually you will get more crispy lineup once you use the razor. Nice and gentle, always twist the client's head, or put it the angle that you want it, so that way you work easy. Don't, you know, always maintain your back straight. You know, try all those little things, because 12 hours working, and if you tend to be in a comfortable position, it will definitely does a toll on you and you in your body. So you gotta make sure that you work the right way, and the clients uh work with you, and understand to put the face, or I mean do face when you tell them to put the mustache in a certain way, to put it like that. I mean, the mouth or whatever, or the neck when you want a certain angle, the way the head, to put it at that certain angle, so it makes it easy for him, and it's easy for you too. So yeah, you see how I'm going, still cleaning, taking my time, make sure that every little line up, and little thing, I don't rush it, but I just take care of my time doing it. But at the same time, don't wasting too much time either, just going at the right, how I feel comfortable, and going. What I'm showing it there is that I use the corner of that to get those uncomfortable right there, those comfortable curvy corners by the ear. I use those pointy, the corners of the trimmer. That's what I'm trying to say. And then I work my way back right there, little by little. Like I said, sometimes it feels like it's grabbing hair, but then some other occasion doesn't look like it's a heavy hitter trimmer. But once again, I fixed that once I use the razor blade. You want to make sure that you climb those because if it's too sharp, I'm telling you, these trimmers, they're really really sharp, and if you put it zero gap, you could live a shape of life. This is my other trimmers that I like, and these are cordless, which makes everything so much better and easier. And they're very sharp. They basically the GTX but cordless. That's how I call them. They call Andy's Slimline. There's this kind, and then the chrome one. The chrome one is lithium. Is the battery? It lasts a little longer than that, and is a little bigger, but it's the same blade. This week or maybe next week, I'll be getting the trimmer. I'm gonna do an open review and whatnot, but until then, yeah. Right now, what I'm doing his beard, I'm doing a little thin on the side, and then the bottom is gonna be a little thicker than the side, and then keeping the mustache. Um, it's not, like I said, people is always have something to say, like, oh, I would have went more thin, leave it thicker, or would have went. It's not what I want. It's what the clients ask you to do, and that's what makes you a great barber. It's not so much on how you cut hair, but it's communication, and understanding your client, and understanding what he wants, how he need it, and if you follow his what he wants, you would definitely and do it. Then you'll be able to keep that client coming to you over and over. But if he tell you to do it like that, and you do it round and make it thick and leave it round and thick, or you shave it off because you feel that it's better shaving off, that client's gonna be mad at you, and it's not gonna come back. So if you see it that I'm doing it in a certain way, I mean, like I just finished saying, it's not that I wanna. Probably it would look better for him to do a different that I'm doing it, but that's not gonna change that I have to do what he told me to do. I gotta make sure I do what he want me to do what he want me to do, not what I want to do. So just always keep that in mind. And yeah, what I'm doing right now is pretty much his hair is really long, and we're gonna trim it down. Sometimes I trim it down and then put a hot towel and the shaving cream and use the blade and shape it and do it freestyle, meaning doing it as I'm doing with the trimmer like that, but with the razor. But there's other occasion that I do it like this. That I basically I get the good trimmers, the trim like that, and with the hair already that long, when you pass it, it makes everything really cool. You know, like it makes it real sharp and it looks good and it feels good. And then once everything is trimmed up and cleaned up, then you start doing the shaving procedure and whatnot, and then at the end you bring down the level of the darkness if you want it more light and whatnot. But it's different ways. That's different way to do it. My way is not the only way. I could have done it, like I said, in other different ways. But for this occasion, this is how we're doing it. This is my friend Tony. He's been with me for, I said, about 10 years. And real good guy, workaholic, and take care of his family and whatnot. So big shout out to Tony. If you're seeing this video, thank you for always coming through. Yeah, we're gonna do the inside. He likes it straight across. And yeah, with this trimmer, what I'm saying is it's just like so flexible, you could have do this with the same, you could have done the same thing with the GTX, but the cable makes it a little uncomfortable. And then how thick and big is the trimmer compared to this one. So this one is just like a pencil. It's so lightweight, but yet powerful, but yet flexible. And definitely, if you get a chance, always, that's another thing that makes you a great barber. Invest on tools. And if you already getting money and you getting paid, invest. What better than your tools? The tool will make the haircut and work better and not harder. This is the shaving cream that I use, and I use that much. And what we're gonna be doing here, see, I put it. Make sure always clean your hands before you start with a client. And in school, that's what I always say too. Make sure your hygiene is taken care. And yeah, and then after that, rub the shaving cream where you're gonna be shaving. This one is a medicated shaving cream. It smells like winter fresh. It's a menthol one. And yeah, what I'm doing is rubbing it exactly where I'm gonna be passing the blade. So I'm putting that, and then I put in a hot towel, right? And then this is how I put the hot towel on. Now, what the hot towel does, it open the pores. So not only open the pores, it relax the face and open the pores. Now with the menthol, and if the towel is hot, it's not gonna feel so uncomfortable or so hot, because it's like a icy hot, basically. The cream is cool, but yet the towel is warm, not hot but warm. We're gonna be using the oyster machine. The massager is a back massager, but a lot of people use it also to do facials. Now what that does, or what's the purpose of using it like this, what people don't know is the face has a lot of muscles. And most of the time you be probably stressing out, thinking too much. You leave faces expression and whatnot, and it's real tense. And when it's tense, it's a little harder to lose those hair. So now, while I'm taking the time to put the hot towel machine to open the pores, not only I'm opening and stuffing it, but also the machine is moving the hair from the root. And because the muscle is relieved from that tension, it's gonna make it more smoother, and when you shave it. And notice how I put the machine, I mean the hand, so that the towel doesn't move so much. You see how I put my two fingers between his nose, uh, so that way the towel doesn't pull down when I'm doing that part right there. And always do the part, especially rub the hands exactly where you're gonna be shaving in the fear in the beard on the side, and also in the head to take if he has any he was thinking or he has a headache or something. It really is a good experience. It really helps a lot. And this is the blade that I use, and Dorco. I like it. Whatever it is your preference, you could use your type of blade. And this is how I put it for this type of razor holder. I put it like this. Before I used to put it like that, and that's a no-no because you cannot hardly see the blade. And I'm the type of person that I want to see my blade, the exposure blade. I want to see it, so I put it in those two spots right there like that. And you see how the blade looks. That right. That's for me. That's the more I see it, the better. Now that he's ready, that we took the towel from the top, we're gonna leave the bottom still warming and open the porises while we do the box out. So we're gonna start having, you know what I mean? Or we don't have to wait until we have to take the towel from the bottom. But that way, you see, once it dries up, right now when I'm passing the blade, especially with the shaving cream, after taking the steamy towel from the top, now the face with that cream, it feels real cool, like real cold. You know what I mean? Like a cool sensation. That's why it's a medicated menthol shaving cream. And when you pass the razor, it feels like really like icy. Like this cream is unbelievable. The shaving cream is unbelievable. Plus, when it dries, it makes like the ashy lines, and I like that because that's for me. It's like guiding lines to let me know not to push it back. And you see how sharp the lineup looks. Then now we go to do the eyebrows. We go under the eyebrow. We do the arch, semi round in the bottom, and then always use your fingers to stretch the skin. You see what I'm saying? Right there and right there, and use the comb the same like manner. To wipe some of the hairs that you already cut and whatnot. Now notice, you see, do it little by little, and always that thumb from the left hand always is behind the blade and stretching the skin, because when you stretch it, it makes everything nice and tight, so the skin doesn't roll. Not that it's gonna roll, but it doesn't it makes it more steady, it makes it more tight, so you get a better grip, and it comes out that sharp. So see, it may look like I didn't, my trimmer was not the best, or it was not, but it doesn't matter because you see how sharp and clean is coming with the razor. See, now we working the top of the eyebrows because we already did the arch on the bottom. Now we're doing the arch top. We're doing the, straight like that, and then we take in the middle. May not look a lot, but little by little. He don't want them too thin, but we're just gonna clean them. You know what I mean? Then we go from that angle and grab that little corner right there, and then yeah, just switch the blade. That's another thing. Always, if you don't feel the blade is cutting, just switch the blade. Don't wait until you see blood. Because that's what happened. A lot of barbers don't like to switch the blade. They become really cheap. And don't be cheap. If your client is investing in you, invest in your clients too. So right here, I switch the blade. Now you can see that it's grabbing a lot better, and the line and the arch is coming better. Now we're doing the arch on the bottom. Remember, this part is crucial. So take your time and stretch the skin, and oversee with the thumb. And if you want to wipe your hairs on the towel, you could do it. That's what it's there for. If not, buy a Bounty and put a napkin where you could wipe it off. And yeah, so see how it's taking shape. See how it's arching and everything. The bottom is arching really nice. And with the combs, you wipe it, whatever hair is stuck or whatnot. And see, we go back again and shape it. And you see the ashiness from the cream. That's why I like it, because he makes it let me know that it's so cleaned up and nice. So at this point, we're gonna start actually doing the beard right now. So we took the hot towel, and right now, it's nice and smooth. It's gonna everything is so loose. You could shave. It shaves. Look, when you shave it, it shaves like butter. But always make sure, especially when you already did the eyebrows or whatever, switch to a new blade. When you're about to do the beard. And then, like I always say, shave from the top, see, to the bottom, always. And then once you do that, you could shave from the bottom to the top, because that makes it that it will not cause so much irritation. But this way right here, shaving from top and then to the bottom and then the bottom to the top is a great way. Same thing in the bottom. Shave from up, down, and then from down up, so that way it doesn't irritate him, and the skin doesn't bleed or anything like that. Because if you grab the blade right away from the bottom to the top, and the hair is too long, it's like ripping it from the roots. And if you are a guy, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, always shave it down. And then if you want to make it a lot closer, then you go the other opposite way. See, like right now, I'm going from down to up. See, I could do that because I already went from up to down. So now I'm down to up. And you see, he's not even bleeding. He's not turning red. Because all the little steps that I did, plus how I'm shaving it, is I'm using precautions. I'm taking my time. I'm doing, whatever is necessary, so the skin, it doesn't bleed, doesn't turn red, and my client have a great experience. Because it's one thing to get a haircut, but if you were in pain and you didn't did all this, the products, the face is gonna show it, all cut up and red. And once a client see that, he's gonna be like, man, I wasn't. My barber was torturing me. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that the client has the best experience. Right there, before that happened, the blade was not cutting right, so I switched the blade, and I could tell right away when the blade is not cutting the way that I like it, is because it's already dull. So you gotta switch it up. Always, like I said, change the blade, because that makes all the difference. And always tell your clients, okay, could you do it like this, could you do it like that, or could you stretch the lip like this, because that helps all the little things. But always take your time, don't rush it. People ask me, oh, how long do you take on haircuts? And I told them, it doesn't matter how long I take. What matter is that the finished product come out good and the client is happy. If you do it too quick, there's people that do it quick. I've done it quick, but you gotta know who you're dealing with, and make sure that you already understand the client's hairstyle or features, or how the skin with that client. And then all the little factors, and there's some clients that will let you know if you're taking too long, or if you're going too fast. But there shouldn't be no need to rush, is what I'm saying, and there shouldn't be a need to last too long with a client, unless if you want to make sure that it's really really detailed and that you feel comfortable. And nothing wrong with that either. I'm not saying that nothing wrong that is a run to do it quick, but it just make sure that the haircut is done right, because that's what it's really. It's not about the time, but it's about the haircut, and the client is happy with the finished result. If you could do it faster, and it came out good, and he's happy, well, go for it. But it shouldn't really matter about the time. Most of the time, it does matter to other people, because other barbers, because they're thinking about money. You know what I mean? Everybody does. I'm not saying that I don't, but in order for that money to come back, you gotta do it right. And if you do it quick and he didn't like it, guess what's gonna happen? He's not gonna come back, and then what's the sense? Now you take your time. He's gonna be like, wow, this guy. I could tell that he's taking care of me because he's not rushing it. I don't feel. I'm not even blinking. That's how good it is. The shaving, the way how he's doing it, and he just look at him, relax, probably thinking what he gotta do, instead of like, oh my god, this guy's doing it so hard. Oh man, my skin is irritated. He's probably thinking, I gotta go eat after this, or whatever it is. And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that he's comfortable. When you do it too quick, or too slow, he will know. And that's what I'm saying is, take your time with your client, do it, make sure you're doing right. Always remember, shave from up down, and then down up. See, so now that I did before the up down, now I'm going down up. So yeah, I was listening to something there. Um it was something, but anyway, I hope you bear with me. It sounded like something it was catching on fire for a minute there, so that's why I stayed quiet. But yeah, you notice the mustache always, stretch. Look at my thumb. Always, wherever the blade goes, that's where my thumb goes. And notice, same thing here. I'm going there, 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 and there. See what I'm saying? Right there. Always brush it. See use the comb to wipe all the hair that you just finished. You see that? And keep stretching. Look at the thumb, always stretching right there. Especially when he got thick hair like that. If you don't stretch it, it moves the beard, and you cannot do the line the proper way. But yeah, see, when you stretch with your hands, the roots of the studs of the hair, it kind of lift up, and then you could get a better grip and get it right so it could get really shaped up the way that it should be. And right there, see, wiping it, and I already took the towel, but I put a napkin. In this case, the Bounty. That's what I like to use. But yeah, it just make everything easy. Some people like to shave them sitting down up. Other people like to shave them down. For me, I'm a little guy, so I want to make sure it's into my level, and I don't have to, make any comfortable. You have to be comfortable, and so put them the way that you feel comfortable. At this moment, we're using the magic clip with the half, and we're bringing it down. See, that's what I was saying earlier. You could have done it too, like bring it down the beard and then shape it up. But when you have more hair, when it's hair long, and you trim it with those trimmer, it gets a better grip. But when the hair is too low and you try to shape it, it doesn't shape it that much. So that's one of the technique that I use to shave. As you could tell, when you bring it down, you're gonna have to retouch it again with the blade, with the razor blade, and shape it up really one more time. Always brush the the clipper, especially because if it had shaving cream and then still some shaving cream in the hair stuck, it gets stuck in the blade. So you gotta make sure you see those things. The machine will tell you, okay, you need to wipe me. Right now everything is all shaven, everything. There's parts they're more darker than other. Then you lower the blade. Make sure you lower it. Boom, right there like that. And then now we're gonna start again shaping the beard one more time. Get a new razor, and then start shaping it right there like that again, right there. See what I'm saying? Look at it from that angle, and look at how good it's looking, how sharp it's coming. See, it makes difference once you take care of the time. I'm not saying that don't on a busy Friday then you gotta do what you gotta do, but still don't rush it, because once the haircut it come out crispy and the lines come out really crispy like that, not only you feel good or what you did, but he's gonna feel that and he's gonna see that, and he's gonna be like, wow, that guy made me feel so good, that haircut looks good. I don't know, only I look good, but I feel good. And then by him looking good and feeling good, guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna tip you right. But just make sure, look for those little details. Step out, look at it from different angles. There's clients that like to talk, so talk with them. And there's other clients that like to stay quiet, so stay quiet. You know what I mean? Like, you will know. And but yeah, the point of this is always like do it like if it was you doing it for the Lord, or if you doing it to yourself. You know what I mean? Like how you want your barber to cut your hair. So put your position like if you were that client, if you were the barber, and I mean if you were the client, how you want the barber to cut your hair. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what you're gonna give to your client. Take your time, look for little details. And just because I did it once, that doesn't mean that I cannot do it again, or pass it again. As you see, we already shaved it before when he was laying down, but now that he's up, we're looking up a different way, and looking now it's dried up, and because it's drying up, the ashy is making me give him a crispier and sharper a beard, and that's how it's looking. You see what I'm saying? Look at how nice and straight and clean, and to me that makes it all worth it. You know what I mean? Like, because I am very passionate on what I do. And some people may not agree. They're like, nah, could have done better than that. Oh, I'm sure you could, but I'm doing it the way that I think that it's coming nice. Obviously, I must be doing something right, because he's coming to me for the last 10 years, so I must be doing something right, and your work speak for itself eventually. I don't have to be so considerate. I don't have to be none of that. It may sound like that, but it's not. It's just that I love what I do, and I take pride on my work, and I want to make sure that every haircut that I do is 100, 100% good. Look at how I cover his ear with the thumb. I'm looking for make sure it's safe, that he's safe, that I don't cut, or I don't, look at how I stretch the ear, so that way when I'm doing the shape up, and look at little by little, switching the blade, or, getting the little corners. See, this haircut took like 47 minutes, okay? Something that it could have been done in maybe 30 or 20 minutes ago for some other barbers. But, it was like what? Like a Tuesday, not a lot of people. So why rush it when I could really take care of my time? And then instead of me being sitting down, not doing nothing, I'm doing something. When someone come, boom, I'm working, I'm busy. This is him, how he looked before the haircut. See? Look at how he came through. And then this is after, So some people say, nah, it's not a big difference, or it still look like this. Hey, you got your opinion, you're entitled to it. But to me, it looks good. He likes it. So there it is. Once again, hope you like it. Thank you for your time. And if you like it, please share it. Give a thumbs up. If you leave a comment, whenever I get it, I will leave a reply back to you comment. But until then, thank you so much and God bless you. Peace.